Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nickels, and I'm here with Melanie Nickels. She is a DevaCurl trained curl expert and the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl and hair color experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. This is the internet's only weekly curly hair Q&A show that is run by curl industry experts. And this is show number 139, if you've been following along. So welcome. We have a couple of guests today, so it's going to be a jam-packed show. Night. We've got a busy show tonight, and I'm going to try to get into it as quickly as we can. So, how are you today, Melanie?
I'm good. Having fun with my mother, our first in-studio guest.
Good. Wonderful. So Melanie's got a day or two off, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So we had fun. We went boating. Her friend is here. We all went boating with some other friends from Wisconsin.
Not all of us.
Yeah.
Some of us. Not all of us, but
they were already drinking Wicked Dolphin rum.
Well, there you go.
So it'll be a good show.
Which is not one of our show sponsors this evening, but our show sponsors could be, and they might be. Our show sponsors for this evening are CIC Beauty and their brand new 3-in-1 amazing diffuser, which just won a Hollywood Beauty Awards. It's like a daytime Emmy for beauty industry stuff is what it is. Yeah, which is really cool. And we'll talk about them a little bit later on today. And we're also sponsored tonight by Raw Curls and the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. Highest quality products in the world, and they're affordable. And you can check them out at rawhairorganics.com. So if you're watching us live tonight, keep in mind, we are a 2019 award-winning podcast as well. And new episodes go up every Tuesday morning about 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, if you'd like to watch us live, you can watch us live streamed. Best quality user experience is on our YouTube channel, the Curly Hair Q&A Show channel. You can also watch us on Instagram at Raw Curls. Hey, Raw Curls.
Hey.
Instagram account right there. That's us. They're on their own separate feed, so we always kind of try to give them a little attention.
Special.
They're special, right? Also, you can watch us live stream in the Curly Girl support group on Facebook and a number of other Facebook groups, the DevaCurl user support group, Curly Hair Q&A group, the Raw Curls user support group, the Curly Girl Method Products swap page, and you can also watch us live on the brand new Curly Hair Q&A Show Facebook page. So check that out. We just started that this week. Follow it, like it, share it, do all that neat stuff. But you can also watch it broadcast live there too, in case you don't want to join one of these funky groups, because you got to join a group to see it.
Was that WAP or SWAP?
Swap. Did I say
Sound
WAP?
like a WAP.
I meant swap. I've had a upper respiratory infection all week, and
I gave it to him.
Thanks to my lovely bride. Remember how sick she was last week?
Share everything.
That was me all week, and it's still hanging in there. Me and antibiotics are friends, so I know I sound a little gravelly, but anyway, hey, and also this week we are back live streaming on Twitter again at Curly Hair Q&A. Spell it all out. That's our Twitter feed, so you can interact with me there if you want to. So you can check it out there. Watch the live stream. Also on Periscope as well. Curly Hair Q&A spelled out. As far as podcasts, you can check us out. Again, all of our 139 shows are archived on our podcast channel, and you can access that on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Podcast Addict, and now, as of tomorrow morning, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Wow. Tomorrow morning, newly on SoundCloud. So anywhere you are in the world, on whatever platform you wanna consume us, you can consume us. So pretty neat.
That's a lot.
That's
my
a lot.
head's exploding.
I know. It takes 5 minutes just for me to tell you
My
where
eyes
you can
glazed
see us
over.
or hear us and whatever. But hey, we are an award-winning podcast, so whatever the hell that means. But anyway, so all right. So
how many are there? 2?
Yeah, there's 2 hair industries, and we're number 2. Sounds good until I explain it. Oh, okay. Show number 139 again this week. Next week, while I'm thinking of it, we're going to have it's a curl crap giveaway prize, but it's not going to be curl crap. You know what it's going to be? Those things you gave me back from. Yeah. So if you are,
it's just a giveaway.
It's a giveaway next week. It's not curl crap, but it's a really good giveaway. It's $100. There's a couple of them. We'll give away a couple of them next week.
It could be useful if you're using curl crap.
Yes. Yes, that is absolutely true. Because I've heard that many times from people.
Exactly.
So if you say you're in your 20s or you're have a teenager in your life, right? Or you have a teenager in your life, you're going to want to hang out for these prize packages next week because they're
it's not just for teenagers.
Pretty amazing.
No, there's adults that have these things
that have these issues.
Yes,
yeah, they do. So anyway, so if you're watching the live stream tonight, you wouldn't know this if you were listening on podcast, but if you're watching live streaming tonight, you'd see that we do have a guest with us tonight.
Yay!
And
an extra special guest.
I'm going to interview, and then I'm going to stand back, and I'm going to let Melanie handle the Q&A on this because she knows what to ask. I have Melanie's mom with us tonight. She's visiting from out of town, and this is Corrine Turner, and
better known as Corky.
And we the reason that she's on here tonight is, and Melanie will talk about this, and give you guys, I think, some pretty good insight. She is, in the last year, has become a curly girl. She was not a curly girl before. She's a curly girl now, and we're going to tell you how that happened and why. And
it just
happens.
Everyone
it just happens.
Who comes around me becomes curly. I'm just telling you.
Yes. So anyway, so welcome to the show, and you guys who are watching live stream, give her a nice welcome, because I'm sure she's nervous because the last thing I told her before we went live is, and you're going to be all broadcast live all over the world.
Well, this afternoon she didn't even. I said, you're going to be on the show. She's like, what do you mean? I said, you're in the show. That you're going to be answering the question. She's like, I am. So anyway, she had no idea. So
yeah, so
here we are.
Welcome. So welcome.
Welcome to the
Thank
show.
you very much.
We're glad to have you here. My mother has not been to Florida in almost 5.5 years. So if you saw the pictures or videos I posted on Saturday, that was her coming to see the Raw Hair Organic Salon for the very first time.
Yeah, the new salon for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. So tell us, Melanie, tell us how this all started. How she became curly, and what all led up to it, and what have you done?
Well, why don't I let her explain?
Okay, that's fine too. You could do that too.
Well, I was suddenly diagnosed with multiple myeloma cancer last year in May, and we did some investigating and found that the best place for me was in Little Rock, Arkansas with UAMS. They have a special cancer institute and have a multiple myeloma center.
Which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was actually funded because Sam Walton of Walmart was diagnosed with the same thing, couldn't find a clinic or a hospital that he felt was up to speed enough, so he just built it himself, pretty much, right?
That's my understanding as well. Yeah. And now they fly in from all over the world to Little Rock, Arkansas, which was quite an amazing surprise to us.
It's not what I expected.
Oh my God.
When we went there a couple of months ago with her, it was not what I expected.
It's a college campus. It's a learning hospital.
It's a learning hospital.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And they go through the entire treatment with you, and they have discovered that they have a combination of chemo, which is very, very strong, but they've had great success with it. So
and the stem cell.
And the stem cell harvesting. And my stem cells are still frozen and ready for use in case I need them. to this point, I do
At
not
home?
need
In
them.
your fridge?
Oh, not in my fridge,
Okay.
in theirs. So
That was interesting too, because we didn't realize how long they're good for. Like, we thought that if you didn't use them in the next 6 months or whatever, that would be, then they would be not good anymore. But the last doctor visit that we had with that Dr. T, he had explained that we can use that at any point, even like 10 years from now. They're still
or
good.
more.
Yeah.
They're good for as long as they stay frozen. So hopefully that'll be forever. Not like, a multiple
Right.
malfunction in their freezing
Right,
system or
right.
something like that.
I doubt it.
But because it can be a very stressful thing to harvest these, but mine was very easy. It was quite a surprise. I mean, I went into a couple things, but we harvested a lot in 2 sessions.
Yeah.
More than enough for anything that I'll need in the future. But once they started the chemo, it wasn't much longer, and my hair started coming out. So I did become bald after, well, I had one of the nurses cut off this horrible bun thing that started forming at the top of my head. But was bald for quite a while. In fact,
Actually, Pearl, your friend who was visiting, who was supposed to be here today, shaved your head. Because my visit, the first visit that I came to see you there, it wasn't time to shave your head yet. I saw her hair starting to shed lightly, but it wasn't time. Not enough was coming out, and that's a common thing. And the same thing happened with Ken, and But then you get to a certain point where it starts really coming out, and it's really patchy. So that was the week that your friend Pearl was there, and she got to do the honors of shaving your head.
Yes, and helped
Which
me
is
out
funny.
immensely.
Because you guys, they've done each other's hair in the kitchen for how many years?
Probably 35 or 40
Oh, boy.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been
Perms
a long
and
time.
everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Gosh. So then you were completely bald.
Yes, in fact, Melanie made a comment about it when I was in the nursing home rehab thing that, they take a picture of you for your ID and make sure about the identification before they give you your medication. And she said, "Oh, look at this. You look like a little alien." I looked at it and
I
I
did
went,
too.
"Oh my God, I look like an alien." So we both laughed very hard about that.
I did too. I look like an alien too.
You have to keep a sense of humor.
You have to.
Yes.
It was funny.
You
You,
have
know,
to.
you find odd things that strike you as funny, and that was one of them. Yeah, that was a weird picture. So then when did your hair start growing back?
Actually, I started losing it. That would have been more in July and August.
Of last year, of a year ago.
A year ago, because you were here for July 4th.
Right.
And
You had a little peach fuzz in September
yes.
when I was
and
there.
then, and the amazing thing is, I never lost my eyebrows or
I don't think I
my
did either.
eyelashes.
No. I don't
think I
but
did either.
so many people lose everything.
Right.
I
But
lost like
it
all my
looked-
nose hair and
No, see, I didn't.
Thank
lose
God.
that.
thank God. I wish it would have stayed there.
Really, me too.
But considering everything, it was pretty amazing. And actually, I didn't really feel like I was bald. I always had like a little bit of
You had a little fuzz.
Fuzz.
Yeah, Ken didn't
you know,
have that. It was
yeah, he was completely bald. I had like a fuzz, and then it finally started growing in, and at first, it went straight up in the air like a mohawk down the middle of
That's
my
right.
head.
at Christmas. She said, "You got to see my hair. I have a mohawk." Shoot, I forgot to send that picture.
Okay, well, and I struggled because I'm fairly new at operating these selfie pictures. So, in fact, she's like, "You're not smiling." I said, "I'm concentrating so hard on getting the picture, so I'm not thinking about smiling." We just had this crazy mohawk thing up the middle of my head.
Yeah, it was cute. We all loved it. I shared that picture with everybody at work, and I think we might have showed it on here. But anyway, it was adorable.
I didn't think so, but
Well, we did. It was pretty fun.
So tell us, when did it start to curl?
well, as it grew, as it came in, all of a sudden I said, you know what? I think this is getting curly, and I'm feeling it as I'm washing it. And I couldn't quite tell exactly at first, but I said it feels so different than anything I've had before. So I went and I had somebody, I said, does this look really curly to you? And they said, yeah, it really is coming in very curly.
We have to explain. My mom is legally blind with macular degeneration, so that's why she was not really able to see it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel it, but I couldn't really see it.
You could feel that the texture was different. Was it more coarse? Did it feel like soft, or how did it feel?
Actually, the texture, it still feels, I think, pretty much the same. My hair has always been very heavy, very thick, but pretty doggone straight. Mm-hmm. Had a lot of body, and I always tell people I had perfect hair. It would go where I wanted it to go. It would stay there. I could do anything with it. I'd go to a salon and I'd tell them, do whatever you want. If I don't like it, it'll grow back.
Yeah, she's like the perfect client.
So I just enjoyed different hairdos, but trying now to learn to do something with curly hair, which I've never had, has been a challenge. And Melanie has really helped me with this.
Did Melanie have curly hair as a little kid? Do you remember?
I had wavy.
She had wavy. And I think that may run in the family. I mean, her brother has straight hair, but boy, if I let it grow too long on the sides, if he got, if he's riding his bike or something, he'd come in and his hair would be like blown out to the side. It was crazy. So we tried to keep it short for that purpose.
Yeah, I think we all had a little bit of wave, but mine's definitely gotten curly over time.
Yes, which has surprised me. I'm amazed at how curly your hair is.
Yeah, so let's see. I came to visit you. You hadn't had your hair cut then. It grew in starting about Christmas time with that little mohawk. Then I saw you for Mother's Day, and you waited that whole time for me to come and give you a cut. And
that
so
was it.
That's
my
when we
first
did
haircut.
your curly hair makeover, which I had Rhett. I gave Rhett the pictures so he could show those again of
Do you
the
want to
before
look at
and
them
after.
now? Do you want him to show them
Sure,
now?
yeah.
Rhett, can you show us those now? Oh my God! Somebody needs some color. Holy God!
Well, and that was one of the first things I asked the college, UAMS, and the oncologist, if I could color my hair, because I was a little bit worried about the chemical issue. But I told them that my daughter has organic, and they said that there wouldn't be an issue, that I could go ahead and do that. And we're all like, thank goodness.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, yeah, I couldn't believe how much it had grown. That was amazing. And definitely was curly. She didn't know what to do with it. So she was kind of brushing through it. It's, looking all fuzzy like that. But then once I got my hands in it and I could do a raw curls cut and do color and highlights and, give her a makeover. And get some product in it. Then you can see the results, which Rhett will show you.
Rhett, you got results? Ooh, look at that.
So adorable. It took 10 years off of her look there.
Yep.
Yes. All the nurses at the infusion center were amazed at how much younger I looked with the color and the cut.
Yeah, it looks so cute.
Yep, it sure
I
does.
love the curls.
Yep.
And now tonight she hasn't had her hair done again. Let's see. Well, you had it done once by a stylist there.
Yes, that was on
Arkansas.
August 1st.
Okay. And so now
I was
she's
just asking about Charnan.
Yeah, so Charnan, her she's been very gracious in letting
And
me use her
accommodating to us,
salon.
yes.
Yeah, when I go to Arkansas to visit, and she lets me do my mom's hair in her salon, which is really, really nice. It's just so much easier than trying to do it at home, and I'm not really into that. So anyway, and now it's time to have it done again. We just tried to fix it a little bit. It actually looks cute now, but it was looking kind of
You guys
crazy
don't
when
have
she
any
got off the
time.
plane again.
You guys
I know.
are busy this week. You have no time
I
for
know.
that.
I said we're not doing your hair till Wednesday, and I'm like, oh no, the show's
Tomorrow's
on Monday.
Wednesday.
No,
Day after tomorrow.
tomorrow's
That's
Tuesday.
what I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go on with this wild mess right now.
Yeah. So now, tell people what it's been like to, style your hair, how it's different. Because you used to sit there and use a blow dryer and the round brush or a curling iron. Tell them what you used to do.
And if I used a little mousse, it was very little. It was your mousse, but I did not use a styling gel or anything like that.
Are you a product junkie now?
I'm getting there, but I'm not, completely there. But I do use the styling gel. And
good thing you got a
that,
friend in the business, because on
Isn't
that
that
fixed
amazing?
income thing, man.
Yeah.
This whole
Yes.
curly girl thing would be tough.
It would be, but it is a little cheaper in Arkansas. So
Oh boy.
A little.
yes.
Wow. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yep.
So now what? Yeah, I remember you were like so confused with how to style your hair. And, she kept running her fingers through it and doing everything wrong. I was like, no, Mom, you can't do that. It's going to turn all fuzzy. So I had a teacher.
And it did.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm like, now we got to wet it down again. So, the cleanser, the conditioner, the anti-frizz, the gel. I said, it's so easy. Now you can just let it air dry. You don't even have to worry about using the blow dryer and the round brush. Just let it air dry, and then you just scrunch it out a little bit. But I had to teach her that, not running your fingers through your hair. It's just scrunching out that cast gently.
And that is a challenge when you're used to just pushing it and blowing it dry.
Mm-hmm.
So I have learned to use a special cloth, not the terry towel, to dry it and scrunch it. All this scrunching was new to me.
Right.
Well, it looks pretty cute, so keep doing what you're doing.
I think you're doing good. She's always been really good at working with her hair. That's what was so funny, because I'm like, you can do this. It's like actually easier than having to blow it out all the time. It's a lot less work.
Well, as with anything, I think, it takes a little practice. When you're not used to something, it does seem more difficult. It may seem easy to you because you work with it all the time. But it's a completely different change for me. So it was a little challenge, but I can overcome almost anything. So
That's right.
Yeah, I'll say.
That's right. You're a fighter.
That's
so
right.
how are you liking it now? Have you embraced your curls, or would you prefer to have straight hair?
No, I like this. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot shorter than I've had before. But I've gotten so many compliments from people that have known me.
So all those widowed guys at the at the elderly community
Moose
all
Lodge.
hitting you all up at the Moose Lodge. Is that what's going on? Oh God.
Not
Well,
recently.
good for
but-
you, I guess.
Oh, God.
Oh my.
We were
God.
just talking about something.
I don't
like
want to
that
hear
not
this.
too
Never
long
mind.
ago.
Oh, yeah. No, my algebra teacher, I said, I think he had the hots for my mom. And then I was like, actually, I think he had the hots for me and my mom.
Oh, my
Creepy.
God.
Yeah.
Moving on, Rhett, can you tell me in my headset how we're doing on time here?
Okay.
Okay. All right, good. Thank you.
Well, so every time we come on the show, we share a fun fact about ourselves. And so why don't you share a fun fact, something about yourself?
Do you have a fun fact, something that that maybe people wouldn't know but would be interesting? Like I can tell a fun fact about you if you can't think of one.
Well, I can probably think of a few, but I'm interested to know which one you're thinking about.
That you were a gypsy.
Okay, I was just thinking about
That's
the
my
same
favorite one.
thing.
An alien, a gypsy, what kind of mother do I have? Now that probably answers a lot of questions.
I was brought up between Wisconsin, Florida, and Ohio, back and forth. We moved, I would say, an average of at least 3 to 4 times a year. In 8th grade, I moved 8 times, finishing 8th grade in Ohio.
And you lived in a tent.
And then they told me they were buying a tent. We put everything we owned into storage, and we went out and we lived in the woods.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, I can stake a tent and I can build a fire and I can cook over that fire.
And pack a lot in a suitcase.
Oh,
I know
you
that.
bet. There's not too
That's
many
for
people
sure.
that can pack better than myself and my sister as well.
Oh my gosh.
And you even had a goldfish that you traveled around with camping.
We did. I had that goldfish with me because I was living in a tent. In fact, when I met several guys out camping.
Of course you did.
And,
Shocked.
when we got back into the city, we could, date and do that. But when I met my future husband out camping on a Labor Day weekend, he asked me if he could call me when we got back into town.
Did you have a phone?
And I said, I'll have to call you because I don't know where I live yet.
Oh, right.
Oh, God.
And we spent the night and if anybody is familiar with Wisconsin and Cudahy, all four of us, my mom, my dad, and my sister and myself, we slept in the car that night at Sheridan Park.
Oh,
and
of course.
They found a place to rent the next day.
I was a lifeguard there a couple of times. Across the street from the Fountain Blue. Remember that, Melanie?
Yeah.
Fish fry on Friday night.
Yeah.
So
Right across the
that
street.
is it.
Right next to Cudahy High School, which you ended up going and graduating from, right?
Absolutely.
Welcome to Cudahy. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, all right.
Well, I have a fun fact. I almost forgot because I talked about this in salon, and we were just talking about how parents affect our upbringings and the influence that they have on your lives. And I said, my mom was always very positive. She told me I could do anything that I put my mind to. And I was like, she lied. She lied to me. It's like, I can't do anything. What's up with that? My mom's lying to me, just saying, you can do anything. And my client was laughing because she did the same thing to her daughter. And now her daughter's doing something that she's like, her mom is saying, no, I don't think you should do that. And she's like, well, you told me I could do anything. And the mom's like, well, I lied. She's like, you shouldn't. That's a bad idea.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right. So I'm like, wow.
I live by that motto. I live by that motto. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Rhett, how are we doing on time? Okay, then we're just gonna wrap up. You got any final things you want to wrap up with, Melanie? It looks like our second guest that we had for the evening isn't gonna make it again, so I think we're just gonna wrap it up because I got no questions.
Well, we're looking for models for the Raw Girls class coming up at the end of October.
Rhett, do you have a model flyer you can throw up?
Or the flyer about the class?
Yes. Yeah, because we have a Raw Curls Academy class coming up October 27th and 28th. It's actually not on this one, but it's the same thing. Anyway, it's October 27th and 28th, and we do need 6 curly hair models.
Yeah, I like to have 7
20...
just to be safe. Yeah, so we need 7 models that will volunteer. You get a free curly cut, which is a
curl expert.
Which is a value of $150 and free lunch, and that will be on that Monday. What would the date be?
20. I'm guessing 28th.
Yeah, so it's usually the Monday, so I'm thinking it's the 28th at you have to be available from noon to 4-ish. So.
Yeah, so depending on where you live, you could actually fly into the Punta Gorda Airport, which is north of the salon, on Allegiant Air. They have a lot of flights that are under $75 each way, and you just pay for your flight there and back. I've flown from Milwaukee and Chicago from South Florida and back as cheap, and this is nonstop on Allegiant, as cheap as $34 one way.
Wow.
So, yeah, right. So, I mean, if you think about it, you could come, fly in, get your hair done, fly back. It'd be pretty cheap. So.
And everyone who's been a model has really enjoyed the experience. They always give us great, positive feedback. A lot of them have become clients at the salon or clients of the product line. One of the models that was in our last class just stopped in to, repurchase product this week, in fact. And so it's a really great thing, and everybody's always been very happy. Another thing that I just thought of with the cancer curls is, it's interesting because everyone's different. It doesn't, sometimes your hair stays curly, which so far it hasn't. We were wondering, because when my mom arrived, her hair again looked a little more straight, and we're like, oh, maybe she's losing her curls, and I was kind of sad. But, sometimes that happens, after you go through the chemo and your hair comes back. Sometimes it's curly for 6 months, and then it goes back to, its normal state. And then other people, it stays curly. So, we'll have to see. But so far, it's looking like once I give her a cut on Wednesday, it's going to bounce up. And we'll have those before and after pictures for you again.
That'll be cool. Good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you can think of?
As far as the hair?
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
Yes.
The hair, either one, the hair or fun facts.
let's see, think of a few things, I guess. I was in the water ballet in school, in high school for 4 years.
So you're a water ballerina.
I am doing the synchronized swimming, etc. I could hold my breath a long time. My dad was a lifeguard in the ocean, and he taught me to swim and go off the high dive when I was 4. So the teachers in school used me to demonstrate all the strokes. He was very good at teaching me all that, but I do have one fun thing. The teacher at one of the water ballet shows decided it would be really cool if we could use paint and black light. So the paint went on, and we did it in different designs, but it was like with Vaseline. We couldn't get out of the pool. We're kind of
Bad
out
idea.
of the pool, and I'm sliding back into the pool. So I had to improvise and do some things that weren't in the program.
Right.
Trying
There you go.
to swim
Oh, you
down
mean
to
like
the other
while you were
end.
performing?
The show must go
Yes.
on, right?
Oh, that's
Show must go
hilarious.
on.
You're flopping around like
Yes.
dead fish,
Well, I was more graceful than that.
Right.
slipping and sliding and flopping around. Oh, that's funny.
Right.
It
Didn't
was-
you use Vaseline in your hair too? I remember that.
Yes, when you were a brownie.
Melanie was a
Bad
brownie.
idea.
That's a
People
fun
talk
fact.
about
And
at-home
I
treatments.
was a leader, and the girls learned a lesson. In fact, I think one of them we ran into about 10 years ago, and they said they always
DIY.
remember me and no Vaseline in your hair. I came into the meeting, and the girls looked at me and said, "Why is your hair so wet?" I said, "Let this be a lesson, and never put Vaseline in your hair." I washed my hair maybe 25 times that day. I could
Vaseline is not water soluble, in case you guys didn't know.
Out. I was trying. I think I even ended up using like Cleanser Comet or something.
Yeah.
Trying to break it to get it out of there. Because I thought, oh, it needs a little bit of a hot treatment. And, I had used hot oil before, but Vaseline, I thought, hey, good idea. Bad.
idea.
Bad idea.
Very
Did you
bad.
do something that made your hair fall out too?
No,
Oh.
not fall
Oh,
out.
turn
break.
pink.
Oh, green, pink. It's been a lot of different colors through all
She's
the
a
different things.
trendsetter.
It's like I was doing green hair back from
When
the
it wasn't
pool.
cool,
So-
right?
Yes.
Oh, you did
It
the
was a
pink
surprise.
thing for
Oh,
prom.
The pink thing was prom. I had a pink dress, and my mother
Was that
had
the one I
made
wore?
yes.
Oh.
For your senior high school prom.
Mm-hmm.
She wore my dress. My mom had made a beautiful satin jacket to go with it, and I had just lightened my hair a little bit. And I went for the toner, and it slipped out of my hand into the bathtub and smashed all over the place.
Oh, no.
So here I am.
With your hair bleached out?
Yes.
Oh, no.
But it turned out pink without any toner or anything.
Just from the bleach?
From the bleach.
Another do not do it yourself lesson.
Okay.
There you go.
But I got to the prom. Everybody thought I did it on purpose to match my dress.
I meant to do that. Mhm.
Good, good. Oh, I had a surprise. That's right. I forgot. Here, it's been sitting on my lap. I just decided to grab this because why not? I brought you a little something from Spain, so I thought I would give it
right.
to you
I forgot all about
tonight. Yeah, so
Okay.
I brought you.
Open
a
it
little
up, and you have
present.
to tell us, because remember, I'm podcasting.
This is another fun fact
You
too.
have to tell 'em
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Okay.
Why?
I am
She'll
opening
understand.
this polka dot bag.
Talking
and
in the microphone.
I am trying to talk into the microphone while I'm looking at this thing. Oh, it's a bag with cats.
Yes, my favorite, cats. I love cats.
Okay, I heart
I love Alicante.
Alicante.
That's where we stayed with Brenda and Maurice. And,
Okay, because I'm like, I don't know what Alicante is.
It's a city in Spain.
and look at that cool cat with the hat and
he's
scarf and
beautiful.
heels.
I love him. It's like he looks almost like he's a little
Like
bit
a
of
Picasso.
French. He
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
He's like he's French.
He looks French.
Oh, yeah, they got the strap in the way, Ken.
There. Well, I wanted them to see that it was a bag. So
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I'll give you a minute, and then I'm wrapping it.
Okay. Now I have to open this.
I thought that
bag.
was so cute. You can use it for your books or whatever. I don't know, your
It's-
little
it is very, very cute.
audio thing.
Is that chocolate? Oh, that's not chocolate. It looks like
I think it's a fan of some kind.
We could have used it yesterday.
Oh, how beautiful.
Show us.
It's a flamenco fan.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
And
now
it
I'm
has-
going to have to get flamenco shoes and try to learn to do that dance.
That's the other thing. My mom loves to dance. She's a
love
dancer.
to
So that's
dance.
from Granada. That's the Alhambra. It's a very famous.
Beautiful.
There you go. Yes, that's how
That's
you do it.
exactly how you do it. That's right.
Stop. Too sexy. Too sexy. Stop.
Oh,
right.
I thought you would like that.
I'm too
And it
sexy
goes-
for my age, not for my body anymore.
Right.
I thought that would go nice in with your decor with the brown and everything.
Yes.
So yeah, it's very pretty.
Right.
Yes, it is.
So what do you think, Rhett? Do we have a guest? Do we not have a guest? We're done.
we're
All
done.
right, we're gonna wrap it up then. So, sorry guys, not our fault. Yeah, I think I have another guest lined up for next week anyway. So, anyway, sorry, tried, but
Okay.
Oh well. All right. So thank you. What's that? No, that's okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you
Did
next
we have any
week.
questions from the audience
I
about?
can't take them.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Nothing about the curls.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing. I got everything for our guests. 7 pages.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyway, so, all right. Have a great curl week. Don't forget next week.
Bye.
Curl crap giveaway.
Bye.
Not
It was
crap,
nice
curl
meeting
crap,
everybody.
not crap.
Yes, everybody's
Yeah.
been waiting to meet you because they hear so much about you.
Yes.
So that was fun.
And tomorrow morning, don't forget podcast, wherever you consume podcasts, 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. Have a great curl
Bye.
week. Bye.